Hey everyone, I'm Marsha. Thank you so much for tuning in to my YouTube channel. And if you are new here, please consider hitting that subscribe button so you will never miss when I upload a video. I upload, videos on healthy eating, healthy living, and, just lifestyle videos. Trying to eat better, live right, exercise, post breast cancer. And so I'm just sharing my journey with you guys. So, and occasionally I post videos including my family, especially my son, Ethan, who everybody seems to love watching. So please hit that subscribe button if you would like to continue to watch my videos. So, of course, it is October, which that means it's Breast Cancer Awareness Month. This month means more to me than it ever did now. So, as a lot of you who have been following me for a while already know, me and my mom were diagnosed with breast cancer 2 years ago in 2016. And thanks be to God, we are both survivors now, both breast cancer free, and so we're on the other side of it, and now we're just sharing our testimony with the world. But what some people may not know is that me and my mom both found our lumps in our breasts ourselves. So yes, we found the breast cancer ourselves by feeling our breasts. Now for me, I was not doing breast exams. I was 32 and I just wasn't doing, my breast self-exams. I just wasn't. So the way I found my lump was from breastfeeding. So I had just had a baby girl. She was only 3 months old and I was breastfeeding. Now, if you've ever been a mom and you've breastfed your children, then you know that you feel your breast a lot. So, thanks be to God that I was, doing that at the time, because I wasn't doing my self-exam. So it just so happened that I was breastfeeding and I felt the lump. So, I don't think that was nothing but God for that to line up like that. But the important thing to know is that my doctor did not recommend me to have a mammogram until I was 40, which that I think is standard. However, I specifically asked my doctor if I needed one earlier because my mom had just been diagnosed 2 to 3 months before me. And so I asked her, my mom was just diagnosed, do I need one? She still said no. So I was 32. If I not had found the lump myself, I wouldn't have made it to 40. So to kick off Breast Cancer Awareness Month this year, I've decided to do a video to show you how to properly do a self breast exam yourself by doing one on me, so you can see. So let's jump right into the video. All right, you guys, so I've decided to break this down into 3 steps. And I am, of course, you would not do this with clothes on. But for the sake of this video, I do have a tank top on and it is pink for Breast Cancer Awareness Month. All right, step 1 is to visually inspect your breasts. Yes, that means that you're actually just going to look at your breast to see if anything looks different, looks off, not normal like it usually looks. Now, a lot of people might skip this step because you're thinking, hey, I just need to go straight into feeling my breast, see if I feel any lumps going on. But it's equally important to just look at your breast to see if there's anything going on. Now, before you do this visual inspection or physically check your breast, I would suggest not doing it around your cycle time. Just because I know for me, when it's that time of the month, my breasts are already usually, sore and maybe a little swollen. So I don't want that to scare you or alarm you. So try to pick a different time of the month. But once you get started, this is the first step to visually inspect your breast. Now, I would suggest standing in front of a mirror, putting your hands on your hip, and just look at your breast. See if there's anything that looks different than usual. Maybe different sizes, maybe some swelling going on. Most women, I think, have breasts that probably are different sizes, like one size is bigger, one breast is bigger or smaller than the other. If you're used to your breasts looking like that, then that's normal for you. But if it's not and it looks different and maybe one is like really swollen than the other, you might want to be concerned about that. Look for any bulging in certain spots. Look for any redness in certain spots. Basically, any type of distortion that you see and your breasts don't normally look distorted like that, that might be a concern where you need to see your doctor. All right, step 2 has to do a little bit with visually inspecting, but it is to check for any fluid coming out of your nipple. Now, I know that might just sound yucky, but it's very important, and it could be a cause for alarm, and it could be a sign of, you know, cancer. So you want to check to see if there's any type of fluid coming out of your nipple. It could be like a milky fluid. It could be like a yellowish fluid, watery. It could be like a watery fluid, or it could be blood coming out of your nipple. So you want to see, you might have to press a little bit just to see if there's any type of fluid coming out of your actual nipples. So that is step 2. And step 3 is to now physically feel your breast. Now, there is a certain way that's recommended to feel your breast. I'm not going to say you have to do it this way or it's mandatory, because at the end of the day, you know, it's just good if you're checking your breasts every month. But there is one way that's recommended by most doctors to be, you know, a good way to do it. And that means to lie down on your back and feel your breasts. And there's a certain way to feel it once you're lying down. So for the sake of this video, I'll do it sitting up. But just know that you should do this lying down. All right, and so now I'm going to zoom in a little bit so you can actually see what I'm doing. All right, so once you're laying down on your back, you want to take 3 or 4 of your fingers. I usually do 3, and I think my doctor's 3 or 4 is fine. You want to take your fingers and you want to start pressing into your breast. Now, you want to be firm but still gentle at the same time. So you don't want to be digging down in your breast because that would hurt. I guess if I'm doing my right breast, I will want to use my left hand and lift your right arm all the way back. And you want to maybe start in your armpit. So don't forget about your armpit where your lymph nodes are. You want to definitely be filling in there too. Now, one of the best ways that I usually do, and my doctors do as well, is they use a circular motion to fill inside my breast tissue. So if you could kind of see, I'm just kind of going in a circle. And I'm going around my armpit. And then I kind of just work my way into my breast. And you want to just make sure you're feeling every inch of your breast. And again, I'm using 3 of my fingers here, and I'm just going in a circular motion. And I'm kind of sticking to a pattern. I started over here by my armpit, and now I've worked my way inward. And I'm feeling every part of my breast. Get used to doing this every month just so you know what your breasts feel like. And if you find something that, that doesn't quite feel normal, you will know. Once you finish that breast, you take your next hand up or your next arm up. So I'm taking my left arm up, taking my right hand, and I am doing the same thing. Again, please do this lying down because you can feel your breast a lot better that way. I'm going in a circular motion. I started in my armpit and then I work my way inward. Now, something else that they recommend is not lifting your hands. So if you're feeling your breast and you're jumping from spot to spot, you might miss something in between that spot that you skipped. So make sure if you're feeling, you just kind of slide or glide your hand around your breast. You're sliding and you're gliding. You're not jumping around because you don't want to miss a spot. Alright, so I hope that video helped everyone out. It felt kind of awkward doing it with a bra and a tank top on because I couldn't really feel like I wanted to, but I hope you get the point of how to do it. So just to recap, the steps are: number 1, visually inspect your breasts to see if they're swollen or if they are, you know, different shapes than they normally are. If you have an inverted nipple, if there's any redness going on or any bulging in certain spots. Step 2 is to see if there's any fluid actually coming out of your nipple. Now, by fluid, I mean you're not going to see like a bunch of fluid like if you were breastfeeding coming out your nipple. You might just see a little bit, you know. And, you know, don't just blow it off and be like, oh, it's just a little bit of water or a little bit of blood coming out of my nipple. That should be something that you should address with your doctor. And step number 3 is to then physically feel your breasts. Remember to use like 3 of your fingers, start in your armpit, and kind of do a circular motion all the way around your breast. Do not jump around. Kind of make sure that you are touching every inch of your breast in a circular motion, pressing firmly, but still being gentle to the point where you're not digging into your breast and hurting yourself. And that is how you do a self-breast exam every month. So I hope this video helped on how to do a self-breast exam. Please, please, please do these exams every month. It is so important, especially if you're not 40, because you're not getting mammograms. So you need to check your breast every month. I know a lot of women that are now getting breast cancer in their 20s. So it's never too early. Start now doing your self-breast exam. Hope you enjoyed the video. Please share it. Share it with your family, your friends, your loved ones. Women and men need to do these exams every month. So please spread the word. Please share this video and enjoy the rest of Breast Cancer Awareness Month. Until next time, see you guys later.